a workshop with Rinko Kawauchi when we in Rome.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out where. Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember. What? How is this thing? Oh wait. What's going on here? Is this open?
No, I just put that picture because I was making a dummy.
I feel like there's balloons coming up.
No.
No? Okay.
On the street, and we download and look at it. No, you don't. No, right? Yeah, that's fine. No. Not because I don't think it's practically.
It's an incredible pattern on that cat. It's like a moire pattern. Okay.
That's the first dummy I did just for me.
Yeah.
And I went to this workshop with Rinko Kawauchi and we made another edition with more or less the same photos.
Okay.
I have a photo here that I want you to see. It's not there.
Who published? I mean, where did this? How did you produce this?
I did it in InDesign and put it on Blurb, so
It
to
is
see it
Blurb
myself.
also. Yeah.
To see it myself, but I'm not selling it or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at this in your exhibition. A room. You can open and kill it if you want, because
What?
it's
I don't want to kill it. I don't want to kill it, but I really I'm so much happier starting off and with this blue. It's very smart.
Was Rinko's workshop a
Rome.
Was it a book workshop also?
It was a workshop. We had to make a dummy that they.
And this line is an accident. It's supposed to be cut.
It's an accident.
Yeah.
Because they had to be more white.
Right. Oh, you wanted more? You wanted it like this?
It was not full blade.
Okay.
Was that Blurb's fault?
Yeah, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to see these.
Yeah. No, but here it's interesting how you go full blade to the border.
Yes.
And I think effectively because it breaks the pattern and then single pages, but that's good. Interesting.
There was Ringo's suggestions because I was all these. Which picture do I choose? She said everything. Like a Zen master.
Yeah.
Just find the right order.
I love that. It looks kind of like her book a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I had to do this process.
Yeah. That's funny. That's a great story. Wow, that's very different. Wait a second. And the name change?
Yeah, name change because I didn't know what this was about, so I invented a name, rationalized. And because I work as an actor and I'm raising 2 kids.
You
I'm
make a
trying
living as an actor?
Yes, I live as an actor. I'm
Wow.
not a photographer, but what I do is trying to be someone else, and when my children trying them to be someone. So it's like a shape-shifting thing. I discover those are my children, and I do a soap opera where I'm a psychiatrist in high school, fixing
Have to see this show.
fixing teenagers. So I wanted to bring those worlds together, the fiction and my children.
Okay. What do you want to talk about? Oh, what's this?
Oh, this is
Something altogether different with the
no,
balloon?
a gift from my school of photography for you because they made a publication every year.
Ah,
Do
great.
you want to-
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about what I want to do is because I work with a small camera, a compact camera all the time, and I'm not intending to live as a photographer. I want to do volumes of this because I like it. It's like a diary, and I want to know if there are too many pictures and there has to be thinner. If you think this flow works.
I think there are too many pictures.
Too many pictures. Okay.
That's probably my number one comment, is that there are too many pictures and that it should be thinner. And too many of the horizontal top pictures, particularly. Because there was an area in here, oops, I'm sorry. An area in here, like I was going with the flow at the beginning, and I liked what you're doing, and then the break of the title's good. I mean, this little like ball thing, good. And then I just like, okay. And this really was a nice break. But I started just getting overwhelmed, you know, like just too much to hold in my head for that whole stretch. And then like bird stuff, and then birds, like doing a little too much of that. And then it's like, okay, finally another break again. And then this was good. I almost wouldn't repeat this, like that's such a tradition to repeat the picture, but I don't think in this case you need to. This was nice. And yeah, so I felt like back here, I got some relief again. So it was in that section in there. What was the next question? Sorry.
Well,
Too many
no,
pictures?
the next question is if, I think you answered that. What about the flow? You answered that. Too many pictures and...
Yeah, and the flow, yeah, it's like, yeah, you had a flow, and the end is, I don't know if it's 100% right on the flow.
Yeah, I didn't feel it good when you were doing the end.
Yeah, there's something off. You know, a lot of it is like I really like coming to this one on the left. It makes it a double surprise, sort of the big and the left. It's kind of like both of these. I didn't need like this to the left, this to the right.
All right.
It's not my favorite picture.
No elephants.
This is good. I don't know about the orange. The orange, it could be a bit much, but maybe it's okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Good. That's pretty good.
That would be the end, I think.
Yeah. Not this, you mean? I like
I
that.
don't know, because this is self-portrait in theater
Yeah.
where I was working and...
Yeah. I sort of had that feeling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was good with that as a final. And the blue is really great. It like it gives the thing air in a way.
And now the question is, I don't want it to be that every picture can fit in here. I'm afraid that when you're watching or flipping the book, you have the sense that, wow, he puts all the pictures he does in there. I'd like to be more specific.
Well, here's the thing. So, I mean, when you said I'm not trying to make a living, this is for myself. I mean, but is it for you? Who's it for?
No, I want
You want
people to see it.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
Yeah, and there is a danger of that. I mean, a really good friend of mine, I won't say a name, but he's not famous, but makes a lot of books and is constantly making books sort of this size and in the snapshot style. And like, it seems like I get like 8 a year from it. And yeah, and I have that feeling where I'm like, it's good, but it's like, yeah, it's a kind of everything, and why this one over that one? And I have this whole lecture that I do. I'm giving it next week on Wednesday, but it's called The Democratic Jungle, and it's about how William Eggleston and you know, he did a book called The Democratic Forest, and in the beginning of that he talks about walking into the woods and everything is interesting, and he suddenly realized he could photograph anything. And it didn't matter, and how fantastic that is. And I think as photographers, a lot of us have felt that, like, wow, the wood, like, look at that corner with that wood sticking up there with the wires. That's interesting. I'll photograph that, and that's interesting, and that's interesting, that's interesting. And it is, and it's great to photograph. And if it's just for yourself, that's where photography is a great hobby. It's like wonderful to see everything in that fresh way, but the democratic forest has become overgrown, and there's so many of these wonderful little fragments that what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
And so there's a need to give it some sort of shape beyond that, or at least for me, there's a need to give it shape. And I mean, all this stuff I'm doing with storybooks and all that is because I can't take all the fragments anymore. I want a story. And even though photography is not good with stories, I crave that. Up to a point with the little dot structure, like, because it doesn't work anymore if it's too much of a story. So I mean, when you said I'm an actor, the show and everything. And actually, I did get that feeling. I actually thought this is kind of like a red carpet picture, like a really, messy red carpet picture.
Yeah.
But I had that feeling, and I thought, God, boy, there's so much interesting stuff related to that, or just to give it a little bit more, because there's that guy sending 8 books a year, but there's like so many photographers doing oh, look at the light, look at the thing,
Yeah.
and to give it more. And Rinko has that quality, but in her own mystical Rinko way.
Yeah, sure.
And really good, great. Good, great. And I do like the sequence, and this, yeah. It does have that Rinko quality, especially this, because everything's so many circles with her.
Yeah, so.
But I think just going forward, what made me nervous is when you said a series of these, because he does that too, and it's like this guy I'm talking about, and
Okay.
and.
I'll think about it. Maybe I won't do a series of it.
Yeah, or what you do is you do a series, and then you do one that's totally different.
Yeah.
So it's a surprise.
Yeah, what I felt is I felt so free because I'm working with a 5D Mark II, making on-stage photography,
Yeah.
and it was good. But I felt so free that I was enthusiastic, and with the edition with not so good pictures, I discovered a world, and I bought Monica Riley's book. I felt, wow, this is amazing. This is story and photography, very, very tight. So I went through these influence and workshops, and that's how I ended it here. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have other suggestions or something.
No, and I don't want to be discouraging of that, because it's wonderful, and it's the joy of seeing things, and especially when you say I'm not looking at it professionally, which is great, fantastic, and just go enjoy it. And I think I think other people enjoy it too. I just I am wanting more now for myself too.
For me too. When you were seeing it, and when I saw this for the first time, went to my house and said, it's not what I want. But it's not, because I had so much fun editing the sequence, and then I see it and
No, and I think the sequence, I don't think it's the issue of the sequence. I think you're really good at that. And I think you have the skills of, moving things along and pairing things. I thought this was sequenced well, I thought this was sequenced well. Things can be fixed, but there's another issue.
yeah, the content.
Yeah. Right. And Eggleston really doesn't have content, but the world only needs so many Egglestons,
Okay,
is my thing.
okay.